Hello everyone, my name is Clair Van Steenwyk. I'm running for Maricopa County Recorder, and I'm speaking to you from the living room of my house in Sun City West, Arizona. I want to thank you for taking the time, first of all, to even listen to what I have to say on this subject. I know that a lot of voters don't pay attention to a lot of details when they go to vote. They mark a box because someone told them to, or they saw an ad on TV, or maybe they got a mailer in the house, or they saw a street sign on a corner. I know that we take more time at times to decide what we eat at a restaurant than we do on who we're going to elect to run for office. One of the main reasons I believe that happens is because so many of us have been so disconnected for so long from politics, because quite frankly, I know a lot of us have just gotten tired of all the things these people that run for office say they're going to do and never deliver. I ran businesses for a living. I built 5 companies of my own. If I couldn't deliver what I said I could deliver, I'd have went broke. Most politicians or career politicians have never had that. I'll give you one perfect example is Joe Biden. He has never done anything but politics, and he hasn't even done that well, but he always gets reelected. And there's something to say about always getting reelected. Too many people in office don't understand what we're doing out here in real life. And too many people in office violate our constitutional rights constantly with laws they pass and agencies they set up. One, for instance, is the EPA, which passes all kinds of stupid rules and regulations, which deflate our economy, hurt our business, have helped ship a lot of our jobs overseas. Thank God President Trump is bringing some of them back, but I'm sure the Democrats are working just as hard at keeping them away. We have major corporations like Nike and Apple and Microsoft and others who do all kinds of manufacturing overseas and therefore kowtow to the Chinese so that they can sell us cheaper product and make more money. And some of the people they use are slave labor in China, which is not something any of us should be happy with. So I would say to anybody listening that knows anybody that's for all these open things and we need to all be free, check your phone out sometime and see who makes it. And if it's being made by slave labor in China, you better buy another phone before you take another rally on. I also want to talk to you about endorsements that a lot of old-time politicians give what you could call newbies to the group, or unelected people usually. They do this more for their own sake than for the person they're endorsing, because they know their name will get out there and some people will remember them nicely and maybe vote for this person. But a lot of the people that give endorsements and the people that take them don't really look at the records of the people that are giving them. A lot of the people that are giving them, one comes to mind is Jan Brewer. She brought Arizona Obamacare, Common Core, and other things. If that's a conservative Republican, then I must be a liberal. So that's one person. Another person I know that's just told me they're getting endorsed by somebody, or a group of different elected officials here that are in the Senate in Phoenix. This person is glad they got the endorsement. The problem is the people that are endorsing them all voted for the national popular vote, which violates our constitutional rights, and they violated their oath of office in voting for that bill. But they don't care because most voters don't know they do these things. We have got to get educated as voters. Our founders told us that. It will take a well-informed electorate to maintain our republic. And unfortunately, far too many of those who are able to vote don't get informed. They get informed by a flyer or an ad on TV. That is not a good way to get information. That is not a way to set up the rest of your life, your children and grandchildren's lives. Get information. Endorsements mean absolutely nothing, especially when they come from other people who made a career out of being in office and have never really held a real job, as I talked about earlier. We have got to save this nation. It is in direct anarchy, both on the streets and in Washington, D.C. You can see it every day with the socialist Democrats doing the stuff they're doing. We have to take our country back, but you're not going to take it back if you vote for more of the same. And yes, I know sometimes people say, some people speak too harshly, and I happen to be one of them. You know what? If we didn't have President Trump in Washington, D.C. right now, what do you think our country would be like? Even if the person back there's name was Bush. Look at what his father and brother did to us. And he would have done the same thing. Go along to get along. A lot of the jobs brought back by President Trump still wouldn't be here. Our economy would still be going in the wrong direction. That's how it would be. And I don't think the China virus would have ever got here, because quite frankly, I think it was done deliberately. But I want you to get information. Understand especially one of our founding fathers, George Washington, who upon leaving office made this very clear statement. He did not like party politics. He didn't like parties. He said quite clearly, parties are the enemy of the government, because he knew eventually the parties would only want to serve themselves, not the people, not what's best, but whatever they have to do to stay in office. And that's what they've turned into on both sides of the aisle. One may be a little worse than the others, but they're both to blame. Get information. Information is a tool that can free you and free all of us and keep our children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren free for decades and centuries. This country is worth saving. And one more thing, all lives matter to God. And if you don't believe that, you haven't read your Bible lately. You can't kill each other and then tell me to respect other people's lives. Stop the murdering in the streets, the thievery that goes on. Start loving one another. We can get these things fixed if we get together. It's supposed to be the United States of America. I'm an American, not a hash mark American. I'm an American. I'm a U.S. citizen, and I appeal to all U.S. citizens. Start thinking like Americans instead of separatists, and we can solve all of our problems. Once again, voteforvan.com is the website. That's the number 4. Voteforvan.com. From that, you'll see other links to my Facebook page and other things. I hope you vote for us. Thank God. I thank God for all of those who have supported us and continue to. And thank God for all of you taking the time to listen to this. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. Thanks again. Bye now.